Welcome to our breakdown in reaction to Empire's magazine's 100 greatest movies list, which just got published on November 25th, 2021. And I was actually watching Anthony read the article, and he was just screaming like a madman because of some of the choices, because there are some shockers on this list, and we figured we just had to go through their top 100 movies of the 100 greatest movies of all time and just react.
Now, I want to preface this by saying I really like Marvel movies.
Same.
I really like comic book movies and superhero movies, but I would only put one superhero movie in my top 100 movies, and that's The Dark Knight.
Number one. That's it.
That's it. That's the only one.
Maybe Batman. Maybe not even. And I love Batman movies, but like The Dark Knight is the only one.
That's the only one I think deserves to be in the top 100. But I love comic book movies, and I love Marvel movies. I love DC movies.
Love superhero movies.
But
we're talking about the 100 greatest movies ever made in the history of cinema, and there are like several Marvel movies on this.
We've seen a lot of movies, so let's dive in.
All right.
Now hold on, I gotta pull this up. And now, if you guys want to watch on YouTube, I'm gonna do a screen capture so you can keep in tune with us as we scroll through this list.
Capture?
Screen capture. Capture. Hold on. Okay, ready?
Let's go, starting with 100.
So Empire's 100 greatest movies of all time.
And there isn't an author, it just says by Empire.
Okay. So number 100, Reservoir Dogs.
Don't hate that.
I could see that.
Yeah,
I could see that.
I put Reservoir Dogs in my top 100.
Groundhog Day.
99.
I can see that. Yeah, that's one of the best comedies ever. Paddington 2. I think that's a really good children's movie. I'm not sure I'd put it in the top 100.
But you could say it's one of the best sequels ever made.
It's a great sequel,
So, I mean, I don't hate that. I know a lot of people really like that movie.
Yeah. 97, Amelie. I can totally see that. It's a really beautiful film.
I would, at this point, say Amelie and Reservoir Dogs should be lower on the list, like in the top, like 75.
Yeah. 96, Brokeback Mountain. I think should be lower on the list.
For sure. That's. Oh man, that should be maybe top 50.
95, Donnie Darko. I'm not sure if I put it on this list.
I would not put Donnie Darko on this list. No. Absolutely. I mean, I love Donnie Darko, but on the top 100 greatest movies of all time, it's maybe top 200.
Yeah.
I don't know about top 100.
I don't know about top 200. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World is number 94. I wouldn't put this on either.
I would pick probably two other Edgar Wright movies to put ahead of this before that. I would put Shaun of the Dead and even Hot Fuzz ahead of this. Like Shaun of the Dead, probably, yeah.
I love that movie. Portrait of a Lady on Fire, very good movie. I wouldn't say top 100. I think this is recency bias because it just came out. There are a lot of great lesbian dramas that have been made over the last 40 years that I really like. Portrait of a Lady on Fire, but I think that like Blue is the Warmest Color is really a sensational film.
That's top 100 for sure.
This movie's very good, but top 100 of all time, I would disagree with that. It's great though. You should check it out. Leon, The Professional.
Number 92.
I wouldn't put it on this list.
Say the number before the title.
Oh, sorry, 92, Leon. The Professional, I would not put it on top 100.
I like Leon. I could see Leon being top 100.
I wouldn't.
I disagree with you.
Number 91, Logan. Again, the only comic book movie I would put in my 100 is Dark Knight.
Yeah, I love Logan. It's so good, but top 100? Maybe. I'd really have to think about it.
90, The Terminator. I could see this is a very big game changer in terms of the genre of science fiction and brought a lot of more respect to that genre. So I could see The Terminator on this list.
I'm cool with it at 90.
Number 89, No Country for Old Men. Definitely deserves to be on the list.
Top 25.
I think it should be definitely lower. I would put it definitely in the top 30 for sure.
89. That's an insult to No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, that's kind of silly. All right. Number 88, Titanic. I could see why it would be on it. I wouldn't put it on my list.
I'm putting Titanic. I'm putting it on my list, top 100.
It's a great movie, though. The Exorcist at number 87.
Shockingly high.
I think that this movie should be maybe in the top 25. I think it's one of the best films ever made. It's the greatest horror film ever made. Still to this day, you watch it, it's expertly crafted.
Yeah, 87 is a slap in the face of The Exorcist.
I think that's kind of a joke, honestly. All right, number 86, Black Panther.
Love Black Panther, but I don't think I'd put it in my top 100 greatest movies of all time.
I wouldn't put Black Panther in my top 500. Shaun of the Dead at 85. I would say. I
would say yes.
In terms of comedies, in horror comedies,
zombie movies,
you could say it's the best horror comedy. So if you want to put that genre on this list, that's what you would put in the list.
I'm cool with it.
Okay, I could see that. I would put it up higher though. Lost in Translation, Sofia Coppola's great film. I definitely agree with that being this film.
84.
It's one of the best romance films ever made.
Definitely agree with that.
Thor Ragnarok at 83. Thor Ragnarok should not be on this list.
I love Thor Ragnarok, but in the top 100 greatest movies ever made. Come on.
We're talking ever.
It's top 3 Marvel movie for me, but talking about the 100 greatest movies ever made.
Also, I have not seen a single international film yet. Are there any international films going to be on this list?
I haven't seen any either.
Okay, let's see. 83 for 83rd best movie of all time. I haven't seen Hitchcock yet. I haven't seen David Fincher yet. Scorsese.
Kubrick. Yeah, there's no Scorsese yet. Hopefully there are more.
82, The Usual Suspects.
Sure, yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah, top 100.
Yeah, I could see that.
Top 100.
81, Psycho. 81?
Come on.
Oh
81?
my God.
Top 15, top 20.
Hey, at least it beat Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, yeah. My God. And the thing is, there's probably a group of people making this list.
Yeah.
You put Psycho at 81.
81. This
My
is a
goodness.
revolutionary film in history. LA Confidential shouldn't be on the list.
80? Nah.
Should not be on the list.
E.T.?
E.T. definitely.
Okay, sorry. So 70. Let's
Yeah.
say the number first. And
Oh,
then the title.
sorry. E.T. is 79. I think I can agree with E.T. being on the list. I think E.T. is the best children's movie ever made.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it should be on the list.
Definitely agree with E.T. I'd probably put it higher.
Number 78, In the Mood for Love, Wong Kar-wai's amazing film. It
100%
should be on the list.
Should be on the list, but way high.
78.
Top 30.
This is and fire. Okay, it took 22 movies to get to an international film.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, I mean this list already. It took 78 to get a foreign film.
And their bio talks about Shang-Chi. Why are we talking about Shang-Chi in the MCU in this movie just because it's a Chinese film?
Okay, let's go. Number 77, Star Wars Return of the Jedi. I have a feeling if they have Return of the Jedi on, they're going to have the other two on, which I disagree with. I think you should just have one of them on.
I would just put one Star Wars. I would
Yeah.
probably put A New Hope.
I would put A New Hope on
Yeah.
because it just started it all.
I love Return of the Jedi. It's my favorite one, but I don't know
We're
if
talking movies of all time. All
100
time.
greatest. All right.
Number 76, Arrival. I think that's recency bias.
It's a great movie, but again, we're talking of all the movies of
Yeah.
all time.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite sci-fi movies of the last decade, but I mean, if Blade Runner 2049 is not on this list,
Yeah.
I'll be upset about it, but I love Arrival.
Yeah.
I'd have to think about it, putting it in top 100, though.
Also, we're 1/4 of the way through this list if we've only seen one foreign film, which is really sad, honestly. Number 75, A Quiet Place.
Recency bias.
I love A Quiet Place, but it's not top 100. This is getting silly. We haven't even seen a Scorsese movie. Oh, man, I'm getting riled. I'm starting to get boiling, man. Trainspotting at number 74.
Yes.
I could see that. It's
I'm
a
putting
great, it's a
Trainspotting in
great
top
movie.
100 for sure.
Oh, it's a great movie. Okay, number 73, Mulholland Drive.
Yes.
Not the right David Lynch movie. I would put Eraserhead in the top 100.
Or Blue Velvet.
Blue Velvet's
yeah.
great. I could see why people would put Mulholland Drive on,
Yeah.
but Eraserhead's the real one.
I'm cool with that.
Number 72, Rear Window.
72.
72.
Look at Grace Kelly. So beautiful.
Grace Kelly, oh man. Okay, so Rear Window should be on this list. I think a little bit higher. It's one of the greatest thrillers ever made. And also, Hitchcock filmed the entire movie in one room. Just, it's insane what he did.
Throughout the rest of this video, when we say, how about we'll say, when we say it should be higher, we mean that it should be closer to 1, and
Okay.
lower it should be closer to 100. So there's not confusion going back. I've said it multiple times the wrong way. So
Okay, so
when we say higher, closer to 100, up the list.
and then so up numbers and up
Yeah.
high and numbers down is low.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we don't confuse people.
Got it.
So Rear Window should definitely be higher, closer to 100 than 72.
You want it closer to 100?
I mean, closer to 1. I'm sorry.
I think if we say down, lower to 1.
No, but like high means best, right?
It's confusing when you're going with numbers. You just confused me.
Okay.
We're saying it fine. I
Okay,
think.
so do it. So when we say lower, it
Lower.
should be closer to 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rear window. All right. Rear window should be lower, closer to 1 than
Yeah.
72.
Yeah.
That's an insult.
Definitely. Okay, number 71, we have Up.
I'll put top 100 for Up.
I mean, it's
If you
good.
have to pick a Pixar movie, it's probably Up or Toy Story that goes on this list.
I think you have to pick Toy Story. It changed the game. You have to go Toy Story. I'm sure Toy Story's on it.
It has
Number
to be.
70, Into the Spider-Verse. Again,
I don't know if I
recency
put any
bias.
Spider-Man movie on this.
So far, we're at number 70. There have been way too many movies in the last 4 years that are on this list.
Yeah.
No, the last 3 years. Like, this is insane. Like, who made this list? Have they seen anything before the year 1990?
I really like Into the Spider-Verse, but top 100, like I'd really only pick a couple of animated films like Lion King,
Yeah.
Toy Story, stuff like that. I really like Into the Spider-Verse, but I mean top 70 movie all time.
Dude,
I don't know.
Yeah, it's too much. All right, number 69, Inglourious Bastards. Okay, I agree with this one.
Yeah,
I agree
for sure.
with this.
Deserves to be on this
Although
list.
I think this is Tarantino's best movie, so I'm sure they're going to put Pulp Fiction lower than this. Number 68, we have Lady Bird.
Yep.
I can see Lady Bird being on
I'm
this
cool
list.
with that.
Yeah,
Cool
I
Lady
can see
Bird.
that.
I really like
Number
Lady Bird.
67, Singing in the Rain. I can agree with that.
Yep.
It's a great musical. Number 66, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Cuckoo.
Cuckoos. I've struggled. I've trouble with that word. Okay, I agree with this.
Yes.
I can see that.
Yes.
I think that's the one I agree with most right now. 66. 65, Seven Samurai.
Gotta
Should
be
way
lower.
lower.
Gotta be lower.
Come on. Come on, man.
Akira Kurosawa's best movie.
Also, we're at 65. This is the second foreign film.
Wow.
Second foreign film. That's pretty crazy. Number 64, La La Land.
Love La La Land, but top 64 movie all time, I don't think I'd put it in my top 100.
Again, there's way too much recency bias in this list. These are so many movies in the last, not even the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Get Out at number 63. I would put Get Out on this list.
Yes.
I would put it up a little higher though, but I
I'd
think
probably
it
put
should
it around
be
like 75-ish.
I
But
think it
yeah,
should be on this
I'm
list.
cool with Get Out on this list for sure. That's a great, great movie.
Number 62, Lawrence of Arabia.
This one set you off for sure.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
I
This should
guarantee
be
all the
top
people
10.
in the room who made the list have never seen this movie.
They just put it on because they're supposed to put it on.
Yeah.
Lawrence of Arabia is one of the greatest films ever made. David Lean literally filmed a mirage in the movie. He filmed a real mirage. It's insane. The filmmaking in this film is second to none. You could make the case it's the greatest filmed movie ever made of all time. My God, at 62, please get out of here. Number 61, Pan's Labyrinth.
Yes.
I could agree with that. I think
Absolutely.
it's a masterpiece. I think it's Guillermo's best film. Number 60, Hot Fuzz.
So this I would put above Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I don't think Scott Pilgrim... I love that movie. I have it on Blu-ray, but I don't think it should be top 100. Hot Fuzz I can see being in top 100.
I think Hot Fuzz is very funny. I'm not sure if I would put it in my top 100, but I mean, this is a UK-based magazine, so I can understand that. It's a very good movie. Number 59, Moonlight.
Yes.
I could see that being on the top 100 list for sure.
I'll put that on
it's
my
a great
list.
film. Oh. Number 58, Guardians of the Galaxy at 58.
Come on. Empire, who made this? I love Guardians, but top 58 movie
Of
in the
all
history
time.
of film. Guardians of the Galaxy. I love Marvel. We love the MCU, but come on.
This is insane. I
Come
love
on.
Guardians. I love Marvel. But this movie has no business being this low on the list.
God.
This is ridiculous. We've only seen 2 foreign films and like 4 movies made before 1970 on this list so far.
There's been more than 4. For
maybe
well,
6.
before 1970,
Yeah.
a handful. Yeah, you're right.
This is getting ridiculous. Guardians at 58 all time in the history of movies. Okay, I haven't seen Charlie Chaplin.
Honestly, I think they're just trying to get clicks on
Where
this
are the
article.
David Fincher movies? Where are the Scorsese movies?
Yeah, where's Fincher?
Where's Christopher Nolan? Where's Steven Spielberg? One Spielberg movie? Are you kidding me?
This is nuts. dude.
Kubrick. Who made this list?
Is there even been a Kubrick movie?
Not yet.
Oh my God.
Number 57, we have Blade Runner 2049. I would put Blade Runner 2049 on my list for sure.
Okay, here we go.
Social Network at number 56. Okay, finally we have a David Fincher film.
You should have at least 2 or 3 on this.
Number 55, we have Taxi Driver. Should be
lower.
way lower.
Should be way lower. 55?
Way lower.
Come on.
It just beat Guardians.
Finally got Scorsese on the list.
It took half the list. Okay. Number 54, we have Saving Private Ryan.
Yes.
I can agree with that.
That's a good number, too.
Number 53 with Forrest Gump. I can agree with that.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. Number 52, Point Break.
Come on. I love Point Break, but I'm not putting it in my top 100.
So you think Point Break is better than Taxi Driver?
That's insane. That's insane.
Oh
At
my
least Taxi
God.
Driver beat Guardians, though.
Oh my God.
Guys, Point Break is not better than Taxi Driver. I love Keanu, but he's not a good actor in this movie.
That's terrible. It's oh my God. Number 51, Whiplash. I like Whiplash a lot. I wouldn't put it in my top 500.
But
top
I would
100.
rather have Whiplash in my top 100 than La La Land.
I
think Whiplash is better.
a better movie. Number 50, we have Vertigo.
All right, so
Okay.
we got 3 Hitchcocks
Okay,
now.
I can agree with that. I could put Vertigo there. 50. 49, Spirited Away.
Yeah,
Great anime.
top 100.
I would put it in top 100. 48, Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put Ghostbusters in my top 100.
I'd put it in my top 100.
47, Do the Right Thing.
Yes.
Okay, I can agree with that. 46, Schindler's List.
Yep.
Okay, that's appropriate.
Pretty good number.
45, The Big Lebowski.
Yeah, I put it top
I
100.
would put. I might put it in my top 100, but
probably put it in
45 is a little ridiculous.
It seems a little low, but I would definitely put it top 100.
It's a Wonderful Life, another great movie. I can agree with that. But again, I feel like they're just getting the hits, like the famous classic
It
movies.
seems like they read like top 10 movies of all time
Yeah.
lists and like put like
That's
whatever
what I'm-
what are
yeah.
the most common ones in the list because
yeah,
as well as throwing in a bunch of Marvel movies.
yeah, because I would have a lot. I would have many
How
more.
come Guardians is on here but Man of Steel's not on here?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Maybe it's probably not.
Number 43, There Will Be Blood.
Yeah.
It has to be on this list. I would put it lower. It's my favorite movie, but I think it definitely deserves to be on this list.
Top 30 for sure.
12 Angry Men at number 42.
Should be lower.
Again, should be lower. I feel like
That's top 5 all time.
Yeah.
You know,
it's one of the best screenplays ever written, without a doubt.
This one should definitely be lower coming up.
Number 41, Silence of the Lambs. It should be lower. At least it's on the list.
At least it beat Guardians of the Galaxy.
At least it beat Guardians of the Galaxy, guys. Wait, what other Marvel movies going to be ahead of this?
This movie won the big 5.
Yeah.
It won the 5. It won Best Picture, Best Screenplay, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Director. Come on.
Jonathan Demme's
one
masterpiece.
of the greatest movies ever made. It's at 41 on your list, Empire. Come on.
Okay, at number 40, we have Citizen Kane. And I highly doubt that the people who made this list have seen this movie. Because if they had, they would put it much lower.
Top 10,
I know.
probably.
I know it's kind of cliche to put Citizen Kane as one of the greatest films ever made, but if you actually watch the filmmaking of this movie, the cinematography, the screenplay, and the acting, it is some of the best that's ever been done in history. And Orson Welles did it at the age of 26, which is just ridiculous. So, okay, 40 is a joke. 39, Gladiator. I agree.
Too low.
Yeah, I agree with Gladiator being on this list, but it is a little too low.
Top 75 probably for me.
Gladiator is one of my favorite movies, but I wouldn't put it at 39 all the time. I just really enjoy it watching it. Okay, number 38, The Good and the Bad and the Ugly. Good choice.
Yeah, that's a good number. That's a good number.
I think it's the best Western ever made.
All right, here we go.
Okay, number 37, Seven. I think this is the best serial killer film and one of the best police dramas ever made. I can agree with this.
Good number.
36, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I would put it maybe in my top 100.
I think the screenplay is just so good. It's so unique.
It's very creative filmmaking, great performances.
I think I would keep it in the top 100.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I would put it in my 100. Again,
you have to make a lot of hard cuts, but
what's really sad about this list, no offense, Empire, but there have only been 2 international films on this list.
2,
and we're at 36. This is really ridiculous.
We haven't seen Park Chan-wook on here yet.
We haven't seen any Italian directors. We haven't seen Jean-Luc Godard, any other French directors.
We haven't seen Lahan.
We haven't seen
not on here.
Ingmar Bergman is the Swedish director. We haven't seen anything from him. We haven't seen many women directors. Claire Denis, nothing from Lynn Ramsey.
Campion.
Jane Campion, nothing. So this is getting a little ridiculous.
And no Catherine Bigelow.
Yeah, no. Well, Point Break.
Oh, snap, you're right. Point Break, okay.
Yeah, walk that one back.
Sorry. Well, I would put Hurt Locker and Zero Dark 30 before Point Break.
Whatever, man. All right, number 35, we have The Shining. That should be on the list. 34, we have Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers.
Ooh. Lord of the Rings, 2 Towers at 34?
34. So they put Lord of the Rings over Taxi Driver and Citizen Kane.
I love Lord of the Rings, like, beyond, like, life. I love it, but you got to put them appropriate.
Two Towers shouldn't be on the list.
It can be, yeah, Two Towers. It should be Return of the King and Fellowship, probably.
If that.
But I don't know.
That's way too 34, man. That's way too
I don't
low.
think I'd put all 3 Lord of the Rings movies in the top 100.
I'm really questioning the people who made this list. Have they seen movies made before 1960 or 1980, for that matter? Because all the classics they're doing are the common classics. All right, whatever. Number 33, we have Casablanca. You got to put it on the list, so I can agree with that. Number 32, The Thing.
Yeah.
This is actually respectable.
Yeah.
This is I think one of the best horror films ever made. It changed special effects forever. I think this is a perfect movie, so this is definitely in my top 100.
Yeah.
Number 31, Interstellar. A little too low.
I love Interstellar. Would I put it in my top 100? Probably.
I'm not sure if I would.
Because I feel like if you're going to do Nolan movies, you got to put Inception on there. You got to put Dark Knight on there. I might even put Memento before Interstellar on here.
I'm not sure. I don't think I would put
Dunkirk.
I wouldn't put Interstellar in my top 100.
I don't think I'd put it. That's one of my. It's like maybe my favorite Nolan movie, but I don't think I'd put it in top 100 because I think he has better movies that deserve to be there more.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a tough choice. I think I'd pull it.
Okay, at number 30, we have Heat. Heat should be on the list. It's a little too low. Heat's one of my favorite movies. It's the best cops and robbers movie ever made. Michael Mann's best movie, so it should be on the list, but 30 is pretty low. Again, Taxi Driver being at 53 is a friggin' joke. It's so
Plus,
what an embarrassment.
Psycho was at 81.
Yeah, what an embarrassment. 29, Apocalypse Now. I could get behind that.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
I'm behind that. 28, Indiana Jones and Last Crusade, way too low.
I feel like
way too low.
I feel like Raiders would be the indie movie to be in the top 100.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I think if you for the action adventure genre, you got to throw an indie movie in it.
Yes, but I would probably pick Raiders before Last Crusade.
Mm-hmm. Number 27, Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. Again, the Lord of the Rings movies shouldn't be. I mean,
I think
you shouldn't have 3 movies.
Return
on
of the
this.
King should be on this list. It won 8 Oscars.
Yeah.
That movie has to be on this list.
It won 12 Oscars.
Did it win 12?
Yeah, 12 for 12.
I thought it won 8.
No, 12.
That's
for 12.
insane. So yeah, I have no problem with this being on there. Two Towers, I don't know.
2 Towers shouldn't be on the list. Number 26, Die Hard.
Love Die Hard.
Oh man,
Top 100.
I love Die Hard, but
We put it in our 100 movies to see before you die, but that's not our greatest 100 movies of all time
it's
list.
a different list.
We just put it on there because you got to see this movie before you die
an
for
awesome
sure.
movie,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
epic. But top 100 movie all time. Maybe when you factor in the action genre and the importance of it, I guess I can see putting
But
it
at 26,
Yeah, at 26, above Taxi Driver and
again,
Citizen Kane.
anything over Taxi Driver is a joke. All right, 25, Fight Club. Fight Club.
I'd put it on a list. Maybe not this low.
I'm not sure if I would put Fight Club in my top 100.
So you would put 7 and then
Social Network.
ahead
Yeah.
of Fight Club?
Yeah,
I probably would too. But I'm putting Fight Club on top 100.
but 25, man.
Too low for 25.
24, we have Terminator 2: Judgment Day.
Great, yeah, but too low.
Way too low. Oh, finally, Stanley Kubrick. Here we go. Number 23.
You better have more than one on this
Number
list.
23, 2001: A Space Odyssey. This is one of the greatest films ever made.
Top 10 all time.
You could, I agree with it being in the top 25 for sure. But again, this is the first Kubrick film. What a joke! Oh my god. Number 22, Avengers: Endgame. It just went 2001: A Space Odyssey and then Avengers: Endgame.
Guys, we love the MCU, we love Marvel, but Endgame's not better than 2001: A Space Odyssey or Taxi Driver or Citizen Kane.
Or any of the movies that have already been said.
My gosh.
Avengers: Endgame shouldn't be on the list, man. Oh my god. Who made this list?
It just says Empire.
Oh man.
All right,
What a
21.
joke. Alien.
Alien, yes, on the list. I think it's a pretty good number, 21.
21's pretty good. I would put it higher. Cause I'm telling you, man, there's so many foreign films that should be on this
Yeah,
list.
this is shocking.
Half my list, more than half my list would be foreign films.
Old Boy's not on this list. It's blowing my mind.
I think it will be. We'll see.
Parasite probably has to be on this list.
Yeah, maybe.
But that's, again, I love Parasite. I'd put it in a top 100, but I feel like people have only seen that because of how popular it was at the time. And
We'll see. There's 20 spots left. At number 20, we have The Matrix.
cool.
I agree with that.
Down.
I agree. Number 19, we have Inception.
Okay, so this is the first. If I had to pick Nolan movies, this is the first one I'm putting on a top 100 list.
It is a little too high. I mean, a little too low.
19. Yeah.
19's pushing it.
Top 50, yeah.
Yeah.
I put it top 50.
19's pushing it.
Okay, here we go.
Parasite at 18. I would definitely 100% put Parasite on my list.
Little
18's
low.
low.
Little low.
I think this is, again, recency bias. I think Parasite's an absolute masterpiece, 100%. But again, I don't think that the people who made this list are very familiar with international film because they just went with the most famous international film of the last few years and put it on their list. It deserves to be on the list, but where are all the other international films? I have not seen a single European film. Nothing from Spain, nothing from Italy, nothing from France, nothing from Germany.
We've only seen one. We've only seen Guillermo del Toro, so one
Yeah.
South American
Yeah.
filmmaker.
Yeah, he's from Mexico.
And
Yeah.
where's Mexico Cuarón?
Mexico.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah,
on
where
the
is
list.
he? Where is he? Where's Alejandro Iñárritu?
Where's Iñárritu?
Yeah.
How are their movies not on this list? Where's Children of Men? Where's Bird? Maybe we'll get to them. Sorry, let's slow down. Let's not get so upset. But I mean, at 17 we have Aliens, which I love, but I'll put Alien, but not Aliens on my top 100 probably. I mean,
Oh my god.
Aliens is great,
Aliens
but
is awesome, but
I'm not putting it in my top 100.
Oh man. Number 16, Blade Runner.
Cool.
It should be on the list, not at 16. Number 15, Jurassic Park. I mean, I don't know.
On the list.
Maybe
Yes.
on maybe.
Dude, Jurassic Park. Come on, man.
Maybe.
I
know the music.
I'm just reminding you.
You're not accepting my opinion. You're being very
All right, I'm sorry. What is your
You're
opinion?
being very intrusive.
What's your opinion?
I'm not sure I put it on my top 100.
Oh, well, I respect your opinion. I'm going to put it on my top 100. How's that? Better?
Sounds great.
Sorry.
Thank you. Thank you for the respect I deserve. Number 14, The Godfather Part 2.
Got to be top 15 for me.
Yeah, it's one of the best American films ever made, so I can agree with that. Number 13, Back to the Future. That's pretty darn low. I wouldn't put it in my 100
13th best movie of all
ever
time.
made. I wouldn't put Back to the Future on my list.
Probably. It's on our 100 films to see before you die, but greatest films of all time.
Not on my list.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Mad Max Fury Road comes out at number 12. I think that it should be on the list, but 12
Way
is
too
very,
low.
very low.
Very
I would
low.
put it in the 90s.
That's recency bias again.
It's the best action. It's one of the best action movies ever made, but I just think that 12 is way too low. At number 11, we have Star Wars. I love Star Wars, but Star Wars should not be at number 11. It should be, if you're going to put it on the list, put it in the highs, like maybe the
50-ish,
70s.
yeah.
70s or 80s.
But I'm putting it on my list for sure.
It should be on the list,
Yeah.
Okay, number 10, Goodfellas.
Yes.
I agree with this. I very much agree with this. I think it's one of the best films ever made. Number 9, we have Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I don't hate this pick this low. I don't hate it.
I hate it.
I don't.
I completely disagree with the pick. If you should have one Raiders movie on, not two
That's
of them.
what. So get rid of Last Crusade. Put this in top 20, top 25.
No, I would put it in the 90s. I would put it in the 90s.
Well, that's your list. All right, here we're getting,
Oh my
we're getting
God.
silly now, guys. We're getting silly.
Avengers Infinity War comes out as the 8th greatest film ever made. I love Avengers Infinity War. It's my favorite Marvel movie. It should not be on this list. It should not be number 8 of the greatest films ever made. This is pretty silly, honestly.
But hey, it's not our list.
It's not our
Let's
list.
remember that. So I know we might be being mean, but this is
No,
yeah.
we're not being mean. We're being actual, we know movies.
We're not being biased.
Yeah, we know cinema.
How many Marvel movies is that? 5?
That's 5, I
Yeah.
think, maybe 6. Number 7, we have Pulp Fiction.
Cool.
It should be on the list. I do think *Inglourious Basterds* is Tarantino's best movie.
I think Pulp Fiction is his best movie, and I think Pulp Fiction is just way more important of a film.
It is important.
It's got to be lower than Inglourious.
Number 6, we have Jaws. It's one of my favorite films. I would put it in the top 20 of movies of all time.
I agree with this. Yeah,
Number 5, Shawshank Redemption.
got to be on the list.
I wouldn't put it this low. I would put it in the mid-tier, maybe in the 70s or 80s. Number 4, Dark Knight. One of my favorite movies, but number 4 is way too low.
Yeah,
It's just far. That's number 4. That's just really pushing it.
maybe top 25. Maybe. Yeah,
Of American cinema.
yeah.
Number 3, we have The Godfather.
Should be one.
You could say it's the greatest American film ever made. You can make the argument. Then we have number 2, Star Wars: Empire Strikes Back. So
Really?
another Star Wars movie. At number 2, greatest film of ever made. What's funny is I guarantee you nobody knows the name of the director, and they want to say it's the second best film ever made. Name the director, Jim.
Of what? Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back. What's his name?
Exactly.
The guy.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Nobody knows his name.
All right, now to the number 1 greatest movie
Drum
of all
roll. Number 1, Lord of the Rings: The Fellowship of the Ring.
time, which we adore. I've seen this movie 35 times, but number 1 greatest movie of all time? Nah. I mean, no.
It's my favorite Lord of the Rings movie. I think all the Lord of the Rings movies are masterpieces, but number 1 film ever made. This list, it was very disappointing, but I think that they were just going with mainstream stuff because the little clickbaity is what I would say.
They got to sell ads. And
I
clicks.
also don't think that. I mean, I'm not just the fact that there's not much film history in this list. There's a very small number of international films. I think I counted 4 international films in total.
The Shining's not on here.
The Shining's on it.
Was it? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
34, right?
Okay, so this list was combining reader votes with the critics' choices from the Team Empire. So it's a combination of the writers of Empire with voters of the magazine. So I just think that this is why this makes sense, why it's very mainstream movie heavy. I just think that a lot of people aren't familiar with the film history and with international film. I would put at least 50 international films in my top 100 list. This list only has 4, so I just very much disagree with this list. I think there are a few notable movies that I agree with, but all in all, I mean, this is the Empire list. It's their list. It's their readers' list, so you got to respect that. But I think that it's very inaccurate.
How did Ed not make this list?
I mean, we're talking like
A Clockwork Orange didn't make this list either.
we're talking. There's just one Kubrick movie. There's
2 Scorsese.
2 Scorsese movies. There's no European filmmakers. There's no Italian filmmakers who were some of the best ever. No French filmmakers. historical French filmmakers.
One Mexican filmmaker. We have not a single movie from Cuarón or Iñárritu. Are you kidding me? How is Children of Men not on this list? How is Birdman or The Revenant, one of them, not on this list? Like, come on.
This is a really inaccurate list. I feel a little better knowing that it's the readers contributed to it, because I thought it was just the staff of Empire. So I can.
But they just wrote by Empire, so
I understand that. So I mean, it's their list. I think it's mostly a joke, but it is.
It's not life or death. It's not. Yeah. This isn't the official list of the history.
Yeah,
of film.
But Empire magazine it's a big magazine. Yeah. It's a big publication.
They have to put Marvel on there. They want to sell subscriptions. I get it.
I just think it's kind of sad that they're not really trying to promote real great cinema and real artistry, and that's kind of.
Was there a single Paul Thomas Anderson movie on this list?
There Will Be Blood.
Okay.
Yeah. Boogie Nights should be on there, and The Master should be on there.
Who else wasn't on here?
A lot of filmmakers weren't on there. David Cronenberg wasn't on it.
Yeah.
Tons.
I feel like you got to put a Bond movie on there, too. Like, Skyfall should be on that list for sure.
Yeah, Bond movie would be good. Yeah. But yeah, that's a silly list.
Anyways,
I don't want to be too mean. I just completely disagree with it.
La Dolce Vita got no love. Anyways.
There's no Italian directors. Not one.
Well, I mean, Sergio Leone.
Okay, one movie.
Yeah. But I mean, that's, the lead character is not Italian.
It was filmed in Italy, but it's an American movie.
And everyone speaks their
I'm talking
language.
Like Italian films, like foreign films.
Oh, well. Anyways, thanks for tuning into our reaction of Empire's 100 Greatest Movies of All Time, which just posted on November 25th, 2021.
Don't be too mad at us.
Yeah, we were just, sorry.
Just understand, we've seen thousands of films, and I just think that lists like this is an opportunity to
keep film alive.
Yeah, and I think they kind of was a letdown.
I think they dropped the ball a little bit. Anyways, we hope you enjoyed this little video and review and reaction.
I think it was fun.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks so much for tuning in to Raiders of the Lost podcast. Be sure to subscribe if you're new. Hit the like button, leave a comment. Find us on all audio streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Find us on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Raiders of the Lost podcast. Be sure to check out one of these other videos right here for more content on our favorite films and breaking down all kinds of movie content. Thanks so much.